In 2025, Donald Trump returned to the political stage, bringing with him significant concerns, particularly for the Black community. With divisive rhetoric and controversial policies, this comeback felt like a dagger cutting into wounds that have yet to heal. For many prominent Black figures, ranging from artists and athletes to activists, the fear is not just a vague feeling but a palpable insecurity when facing a president who neither represents nor protects them. In today's video, let's explore why 20 famous Black individuals are deeply concerned about Trump's return. 1. Beyoncé. The first on this list is Beyoncé, a true icon of music and culture. Born in 1981 in Houston, Texas, Beyoncé skyrocketed to fame in 1997 with Destiny's Child and solidified her status with her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, in 2003, which earned her 2 Grammy Awards. As the first Black artist to achieve an impressive number of Billboard-topping albums, Beyoncé is not only a musical superstar but also a steadfast activist for equality. She has been a powerful voice in the Black Lives Matter movement, standing in direct opposition to Trump's views. His re-election in 2025 represents a clear threat to Beyoncé and the Black community, given his history of racially divisive statements and implicit support for stances against the movement. Beyoncé recognizes that Trump's new term could pose significant challenges, where voices advocating for justice, including her own, may face suppression. She knows she must brace herself for a tough journey ahead, where every song and message she delivers will have to confront formidable obstacles. 2. LeBron James. Like Beyoncé, who uses music to advocate for Black rights, LeBron James is a powerful symbol, but on the basketball court. Born in 1984 in Ohio, LeBron is a living legend of the NBA. Joining the league in 2003, he quickly cemented his status with back-to-back championships with the Miami Heat in 2012 and 2013, and a historic victory in leading the Cleveland Cavaliers to their first-ever championship in 2016. With 4 MVP titles, LeBron is not only a basketball superstar but also a significant voice in social justice issues. LeBron has been outspoken in criticizing injustices, particularly when Trump failed to condemn racial discrimination and neglected to protect Black communities. Trump responded with mocking remarks, sending a chilling message not just to LeBron but to the Black community as a whole. Trump's re-election in 2025 has heightened LeBron's concerns more than ever. He understands that another Trump term could result in policies and actions that deeply harm the causes he has tirelessly fought for. LeBron knows that the fight for social justice has never been easy. But with Trump's return, the stakes are higher than ever. Despite this, LeBron remains steadfast, prepared to stand up for the values he believes in, no matter how daunting the road ahead may be. 3. Oprah Winfrey. Next on the list is a name that commands attention everywhere: Oprah Winfrey. Born in 1954 in Mississippi, Oprah overcame a childhood marked by poverty to become the global queen of media. In 1986, she launched The Oprah Winfrey Show, which ran for 25 years, building a powerful media empire. Beyond that, Oprah founded Oprah Winfrey Network in 2011 and has become one of America's greatest philanthropists, inspiring millions. Oprah and Trump represent 2 polar opposites. While Oprah stands for kindness and equality, Trump is often associated with division and media control. With Trump's re-election in 2025, Oprah is acutely aware that her empire could face significant threats. Trump has openly criticized media outlets he deems hostile, and Oprah, a symbol of freedom and fairness, is unlikely to escape his scrutiny. With power in his hands, Trump could seek to control or even silence voices that dare to challenge him, including Oprah's. Her tireless efforts to promote truth and support communities may come under serious threat. Oprah isn't just concerned, she's outraged at the thought that the values she has always championed, freedom, equality, and justice, could be undermined by Trump's return. 4. Jay-Z. Like Oprah, Jay-Z cannot remain indifferent to the threat posed by Trump's re-election. Born in 1969 in Brooklyn, Sean Corey Carter, known to the world as Jay-Z, overcame a tough childhood to become a symbol of musical and entrepreneurial success. Starting his career with his debut album Reasonable Doubt in 1996, he achieved extraordinary success, including numerous Grammy Awards. Beyond music, Jay-Z built the Roc Nation business empire, invested in sports and luxury ventures, and secured his place in both the artistic and business worlds. However, Jay-Z is more than a star, he is a powerful advocate for social justice. Trump, with his racially divisive rhetoric and policies that undermine black rights, represents everything Jay-Z stands against. The Trump administration has previously weakened minority support programs and exacerbated inequality. For Jay-Z, this threatens not only the communities he supports but also the values he has fought to uphold. Trump's re-election in 2025 serves as a dire warning. Jay-Z knows that his and the community's efforts are at risk of being dismantled by unfair and divisive policies. For him, the future under another Trump term isn't just a step back, it's an ongoing battle to defend justice and protect the rights of Black Americans against relentless challenges. 5. John Legend. Next on the list is John Legend, a talented artist and tireless advocate for social justice. Born in 1978 in Ohio, Legend, whose real name is John Roger Stevens, quickly established himself with his debut album Get Lifted in 2004, earning his first Grammy Award. His career continued to shine with numerous prestigious accolades, including an Oscar for the song Glory in 2015. But Legend is more than just an artist, he is a powerful voice for the rights of Black people and marginalized communities. For someone like Legend, Trump's return to power is unacceptable. He has openly called Trump a racist and a threat to America. During Trump's previous term, the president often displayed hostility toward artists, especially those who dared to speak out against injustice, like Legend. Trump's re-election in 2025 poses a significant threat to Legend's efforts, from stringent censorship policies to restricting the platforms he uses to deliver his messages. Legend is acutely aware of the grim reality ahead, an America where voices for justice and human rights, voices he has fought tirelessly to amplify, risk being silenced. Yet, despite the challenges, Legend knows he must continue the fight. For him, it's not just about his career, it's a responsibility to the millions who depend on him to stand up for justice. 6. Cardi B. Following John Legend, it's no surprise that Cardi B also sees Donald Trump's re-election as a significant threat. Cardi B, whose real name is Belcalis Almanzar, was born in 1992 in the Bronx, New York. She rose from candid social media videos to becoming a global superstar with her 2017 hit Bodak Yellow, making her the first solo female rapper since Lauryn Hill to top the Billboard Hot 100. With a Grammy Award and numerous achievements under her belt, Cardi B has secured an unrivaled position in the music industry. Beyond her music, she is also known as a passionate advocate for social justice and immigrant rights. Her unapologetic stance has made her a target in Trump's eyes. In 2020, Cardi B openly criticized Trump's treatment of immigrants and the blatant racial inequality in his policies. She didn't shy away from using strong words to call him a threat to freedom and fairness. The prospect of Trump's re-election in 2025 represents a daunting future for Cardi B. She knows that her music, often laden with powerful messages, could face censorship, and she herself could become a target for attacks from conservative media. But Cardi B has never been one to back down easily. For her, freedom of speech and social justice are non-negotiable. An America under Trump may be rife with challenges, but Cardi B, as she has proven throughout her career, will undoubtedly fight to the end to ensure her voice remains heard. 7. Spike Lee. Moving on from Cardi B, Donald Trump also poses a significant threat to figures like Spike Lee, a living legend of Hollywood and an unrelenting advocate for social justice. Born in 1957, Shelton Jackson Lee, known as Spike Lee, began his career in the 1980s. His 1989 film Do the Right Thing vividly portrayed the struggles of Black life under racial tension, creating a profound impact not only in cinema but also in society. In 2019, he made waves again with Black KK Klansman, an Oscar-winning film that exposed the dark realities of racism and white supremacy movements. Spike Lee is not just a filmmaker, he is a fierce political activist, which has brought him into direct conflict with Trump. Lee has repeatedly called Trump a blatant racist, publicly denouncing his handling of social issues and the black community. He recognizes that Trump's rhetoric and actions are not merely careless but deliberate tools for dividing society. With Trump's re-election, Lee is likely to face heightened obstacles, including political interference and attacks from conservative media aimed at silencing his voice. Lee's films are more than just art, they are powerful weapons for exposing the truth, something Trump may seek to suppress. Spike Lee understands that this period will be one of the toughest challenges yet, but as always, he is ready to confront it head-on, defending the power of art and truth in the fight for justice. 8. Colin Kaepernick. Next on the list is a name that has become a global symbol, Colin Kaepernick. Born in 1987, Kaepernick began his NFL career in 2011, quickly proving his talent by leading the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. But his story extends far beyond the football field. In 2016, Kaepernick shook America by taking a knee during the national anthem, protesting police brutality and racial injustice. This courageous act turned him into a human rights icon, but came at a high price. He lost his job and became a target for conservative backlash. Then came Donald Trump. In 2017, Trump publicly attacked Kaepernick, calling him and other players who kneeled sons of B******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** fueled outrage among his supporters but also amplified the hate directed at Kaepernick. If Trump is re-elected, Kaepernick faces the threat of even stricter conservative policies aimed at suppressing protests and rolling back the progress he has fought for. Kaepernick understands that this is not just a personal battle but a challenge for everyone fighting for justice. Under Trump's leadership, Kaepernick's voice, and those of the communities he represents, could be silenced, ushering in an era where the fight for equality becomes more difficult than ever. Yet, just like on the field, Kaepernick refuses to back down. He remains ready to continue the fight, no matter how daunting the obstacles may be. 9. Ava DuVernay. Like Colin Kaepernick, Ava DuVernay would face even greater challenges if Donald Trump is re-elected. A bold filmmaker, Ava has broken barriers to become one of the most prominent black female directors in the world. In 2014, she made a powerful impact with Selma, a film chronicling Martin Luther King Jr.'s civil rights struggle, earning a Golden Globe nomination and solidifying her status as a champion of social justice in cinema. Following that success, Ava released 13th in 2016, a searing documentary on systemic racism in the U.S. justice system, earning an Oscar nomination and sparking critical discussions on social inequality. For Ava, film is a medium for awakening and transformation. However, Trump's return to power casts a grim shadow over dissenting voices like Ava's. Trump has publicly criticized works that promote progressive ideologies, labeling them as threats to American culture. He has also made no secret of his hostility toward the Black Lives Matter movement, which Ava has consistently supported. In another term, Trump's administration could tighten budgets for the arts, pressure major producers, and enforce censorship of content addressing social injustice. For Ava, this means that her projects, vital stories about racial inequality and the fight for equality, could be stifled at a time when their messages are more urgent than ever. She will face a critical question: how to preserve her voice and continue telling authentic stories in an era where freedom of speech is increasingly politicized and tightly controlled. Ava's resolve will be tested as she fights to ensure that art remains a tool for truth and progress. 10. Kendrick Lamar. Like Ava DuVernay, Kendrick Lamar would face significant challenges if Donald Trump were re-elected, particularly as artistic freedom continues to come under threat. Born in Compton, California, in 1987, Kendrick Lamar has become a social music icon, creating works that deeply reflect the Black experience in America. From his mixtape Overly Dedicated, 2010, to his breakthrough album Good Kid, Mad City, 2012, Kendrick has used music to tell raw, honest stories about violence and social injustice. In 2015, he released To Pimp a Butterfly, a masterpiece that became a symbol of the Black Lives Matter movement, with songs like All Right serving as powerful anthems during protests. Kendrick's career peaked in 2018 when he became the first hip-hop artist to win the Pulitzer Prize for music. However, in a Trump-led America, these achievements could become targets. Trump has never hidden his hostility toward artists who stand against social injustice, frequently criticizing and attempting to silence dissenting voices. Kendrick's works, such as The Blacker the Berry and All Right, are not just music, they are bold critiques of systemic racism. But to Trump, they challenge his vision of American culture and could face harsh censorship in a second term. Kendrick Lamar would confront a reality where creative freedom is stifled and his voice is marginalized. In a time when socially reflective music risks being politicized, Kendrick understands that the fight is not just to maintain his platform but also to amplify the voices of millions of Black Americans in a divided society. Yet, as his career has demonstrated, Kendrick has never shied away from adversity, and he is sure to continue his fight for justice and truth. 11. Janelle Monáe. Like Kendrick Lamar, Janelle Monáe has used her music and artistry to champion social justice and equality. Since her debut album, The Archandroid, 2010, Janelle has stood out not only for her talent but also for her unwavering commitment to fighting racial discrimination and advocating for the LGBTQ+ community. Works like Dirty Computer, 2018, are more than just music, they are bold declarations of freedom and self-acceptance. However, Donald Trump's re-election presents an even greater challenge to Janelle Monáe and the messages she champions. Trump, who has openly disdained movements advocating for Black and LGBTQ+ rights, would now have the opportunity to solidify his power. The values that Janelle embodies, equality, freedom, and acceptance, now face a government poised to reverse progress and suppress dissenting voices. Under Trump's previous administration, social movements were frequently criticized and obstructed, while his supporters often expressed discriminatory views and opposed the rights of marginalized groups. Trump's return to office isn't just a challenge for Janelle, it's a stark reminder that the fight for equality will grow even more grueling. But as her career has shown, Janelle Monáe refuses to stay silent. She understands that in the darkest times, her voice must rise louder, stronger, and more resolute. Janelle remains committed to standing for justice and inspiring others to do the same, no matter how formidable the obstacles may be. 12. Lizzo. While Janelle Monáe uses her music to deliver profound social messages, Lizzo channels her artistry into celebrating personal freedom and the power of feminism. With her vibrant style and messages of self-love, Lizzo has become a symbol of liberation and equality. Her album 'Cause I Love You, 2019, not only dominated charts but also boldly promoted feminist ideals, challenging societal norms. Every performance by Lizzo is a resounding declaration of women's rights and freedom, unafraid of the critical gaze of the world. However, Donald Trump's re-election poses a challenge for Lizzo that goes beyond her finances or career. It's a battle to defend the values she represents. Trump's policies and overtly discriminatory views starkly oppose those of Lizzo, who courageously fights for equality and women's rights. During his previous term, Trump openly criticized the Black Lives Matter movement and protests for equality, demonstrating hostility toward voices of dissent. Under Trump's leadership, the social climate could grow increasingly hostile, especially for artists like Lizzo, who use their platform to champion rights and spread social awareness. Her creations risk censorship, and her advocacy could face suppression. But with her unwavering spirit, Lizzo will continue her fight, knowing that every song and every message is part of an unrelenting battle for justice and freedom. 13. Common. Like Lizzo, Common uses music as a battleground to fight for social justice and expose the harsh realities faced by the Black community. Born in Chicago, Common, a renowned rapper and social activist, began his career in the early 1990s, quickly becoming a symbol of conscious hip-hop. But he is more than just an artist. Behind songs like Glory, 2014, Common is an unyielding advocate for justice. Prestigious accolades such as Grammy and Oscar awards are testaments to the profound impact of his voice. Donald Trump's re-election, however, poses a significant challenge to Common and his mission. Trump's divisive policies and overtly racist views make him a direct adversary to individuals like Common. From inflammatory comments about Black Americans to implementing policies that harm minority communities, Trump has created a hazardous environment for those fighting for equality. Common has not hesitated to criticize Trump since his initial rise to power, and Trump's return threatens to undo the progress he has tirelessly worked for. Under Trump's leadership, freedom of expression, especially anti-racist activism, is at serious risk. Common's powerful protest songs, which inspire community awareness and unity, could face censorship or backlash. With power in Trump's hands, voices like Common's may be forced into the shadows of political control. Yet, as he has always demonstrated, Common will not be silenced easily. He knows that every lyric and every message he shares is an essential piece of the enduring fight for justice and equality. 14. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Next is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a standout figure in sports and entertainment. Known not only for his muscular strength and legendary wrestling career that began in 1996, The Rock has also made a mark in Hollywood with blockbuster hits like The Scorpion King, 2002, and the Fast and Furious franchise. But beyond being a wrestler or a movie star, he is a vocal advocate for equality and a staunch opponent of racial discrimination. Dwayne has publicly criticized Donald Trump, especially for his divisive rhetoric, solidifying his stance as a defender of justice. If Trump is re-elected, Dwayne will likely face backlash from Trump's supporters, a group that is not only large but often extreme. Both Trump's administration and his followers could target Dwayne for his progressive statements and his support for the Black community. Trump has previously shown no hesitation in openly criticizing movements for equality, and Dwayne's opposition to such policies puts him in direct conflict with a potentially hostile force. However, Dwayne is not one to back down under pressure. For him, justice and truth are causes worth fighting for, no matter the difficulty. He will continue to use his voice and influence to defend the values he believes in, even in the face of unprecedented challenges. The Rock is not just a symbol of physical strength, but also a beacon of resilience in the ongoing fight for progress and equality. 15. Will Smith. Just as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson refuses to bow to pressure from Donald Trump's supporters, Will Smith demonstrates equal resilience in the fight for social justice. As one of Hollywood's brightest stars, Will is celebrated not only for his acting talent but also for his meaningful contributions to society. From his breakout role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 1990, to blockbusters like Men in Black, 1997, and Ali, 2001, Will has become a global icon. Yet, behind the spotlight is a man deeply committed to justice, unafraid to participate in campaigns against racial discrimination and advocate for social equality. However, Trump's re-election could bring new challenges for Will. Trump's controversial remarks and policies regarding Black Americans and minority communities create a risky environment for activists like Will. Hostility from Trump's supporters, many of whom are willing to attack voices that challenge injustice, could exert significant pressure on him. Will's artistic projects, often imbued with messages of justice and hope, might face obstacles or, worse, become targets of smear campaigns by extremist groups. But as Will has shown throughout his career, he is not one to back down. He understands that his voice and influence can make a difference, and he will persist in defending the values he holds dear. In a world fraught with challenges, Will Smith remains a symbol of courage, not only on screen but also in the fight for progress and equality. 16. Questlove. Like Will Smith, Questlove, a relentless advocate for justice, will face significant challenges if Donald Trump is re-elected. Born in 1971 in Philadelphia, Questlove, whose real name is Amir Caleb Thompson, is not only the founder of the legendary band The Roots but also a cultural icon for the Black community. With his versatile musical talent spanning hip-hop, jazz, and funk, he has left an indelible mark with albums like Things Fall Apart, 1999, and How I Got Over, 2010. Beyond music, Questlove is known as an active social advocate, speaking out against injustice and championing the rights of Black Americans. Trump's re-election would bring a major challenge to Questlove and the values he represents. With his racially divisive views and policies, Trump has shown little support for social justice movements or diversity in the arts. During his previous term, he frequently displayed indifference, even disdain, for anti-racism movements and artistic freedom. If re-elected, Trump could further push policies that limit creative expression, making it harder for Questlove and other outspoken artists to share their messages. For Questlove, music is not just art, it is a tool for driving social change. In an environment where artistic freedom is under threat, the risks of censorship and pressure from Trump's supporters will place him in a tough battle. Yet, as he has shown throughout his career, Questlove will not remain silent. He will continue to raise his voice, defending freedom and justice, no matter the pressures that political power may bring. 17. Issa Rae. While Questlove faces political threats to artistic freedom, Issa Rae confronts increasing pressure if Donald Trump is re-elected. Born in 1985 in Los Angeles, Issa Rae has become a transformative figure in the entertainment industry, celebrated for her talent and contributions to the Black community. From her breakout web series Awkward Black Girl, 2011, to the critically acclaimed show Insecure, 2016 to 2021, Rae has not only solidified her place in the industry but also created authentic representation for Black people on screen. As an actor, producer, and activist, Rae is a staunch advocate for diversity and equity in entertainment. However, Trump's return to power could jeopardize the progress Rae has championed. Trump has made his opposition to cultural diversity clear, frequently opposing initiatives that benefit minority communities. During his previous term, arts funding and programs celebrating cultural diversity were significantly reduced. A second term could bring further funding cuts and increased restrictions, threatening the creative projects and powerful voices like Rae's. Beyond governmental challenges, Rae also faces backlash from Trump's supporters, a group that often opposes and belittles the values she represents, from racial equity to uplifting the voices of Black women. Yet, as Rae has shown throughout her career, she is not one to back down. With her creative vision and unwavering determination, Issa Rae will continue fighting to preserve her voice and pave the way for future generations in the entertainment industry, no matter what challenges political power may impose. 18. Pharrell Williams. Like Issa Rae, Pharrell Williams is a luminary in the arts, leaving a profound impact not just through his music but also through his significant contributions to culture and society. From his early days with the Neptunes in the 1990s, Pharrell revolutionized the global music scene with iconic songs, including the worldwide hit Happy, 2013. Beyond music, he has expanded his influence through fashion and art, becoming a multifaceted creative icon. Beneath the glittering success lies an individual deeply committed to social justice and innovation. Pharrell has consistently advocated for equality and has been vocal in opposing racial discrimination. However, Donald Trump's re-election presents a bleak prospect for artists like Pharrell. Trump has previously implemented policies that slashed funding for the arts and culture, pushing the creative industry into challenging circumstances. His racially charged statements and actions have caused deep harm to minority communities, and Pharrell has been one of the outspoken critics of such divisive rhetoric. Should Trump return to the White House, Pharrell's artistic and creative projects could face restrictions or censorship, especially as he continues to use his art to convey social messages. For Pharrell, where creative freedom is the essence of art, a Trump administration poses a significant threat. Yet, with his unwavering spirit, Pharrell will persist in defending the values he believes in. He is not just an artist but also an activist, and he will undoubtedly continue to raise his voice against any barriers that stand in the way of progress and equality. 19. Megan Thee Stallion. Like Pharrell Williams, Megan Thee Stallion uses her platform to make a lasting impact not only in music but also in culture and social advocacy. Born Megan Jovan Ruth Pete in 1995, she emerged as a powerful voice in hip-hop with her breakout single Hot Girl Summer, 2019. Meghan quickly became a cultural phenomenon, known for her unapologetic confidence and empowerment of women, especially black women. Beyond her music, Meghan has used her influence to advocate for mental health awareness, support victims of violence, and amplify discussions around equality and justice. Donald Trump's re-election would pose a serious challenge to Megan Thee Stallion and the values she represents. Trump's administration has a history of undermining social movements and dismissing efforts for equity, particularly for minority and marginalized groups. For an artist like Meghan, who often integrates themes of empowerment and resilience into her work, this could mean facing censorship or backlash from those opposing her progressive stances. In addition, Trump's divisive rhetoric and policies have fostered a climate of hostility, making it increasingly difficult for figures like Meghan to advocate for change without facing severe criticism or targeted attacks. However, Meghan has proven time and again that she is not one to retreat in the face of adversity. She remains committed to using her art and influence as tools to empower and inspire, regardless of the obstacles that may arise in a politically challenging environment. Megan Thee Stallion exemplifies the resilience and determination needed to fight for progress and equality, ensuring her voice remains strong in the ongoing battle for justice. 20. Michael B. Jordan. Closing this list is Michael B. Jordan, a star who has conquered Hollywood with his acting talent and unwavering commitment to social justice. Since his standout performance in Fruitvale Station, 2013, Michael has cemented his status through impactful works like Black Panther, 2018, where he not only delivered a compelling performance but also conveyed profound messages about Black identity and empowerment. Beyond the screen, Michael actively engages in community initiatives, becoming a symbol of change and inspiration. However, if Donald Trump is re-elected, the world Michael B. Jordan and others are striving to build could be upended. Trump's racially divisive policies and rhetoric during his previous term present a serious threat to efforts toward social equity. Cuts to arts funding and initiatives supporting minority communities, combined with Trump's polarizing statements, could weaken Michael's voice and the projects he represents. Socially conscious films, community programs, and creative spaces he has worked tirelessly to nurture could face significant risks. As this list concludes, we're left to imagine a future where Donald Trump regains the White House. For individuals like Michael B. Jordan and other prominent Black artists, this is not merely a grim possibility but a stark warning. Their voices, creativity, and the accomplishments they have fought for could be at stake. Yet, Michael and others understand that the fight for justice is never easy. Despite immense pressure, they refuse to back down. They have fought, are fighting, and will continue to fight to uphold the light of justice, freedom, and hope. If you're inspired by these powerful stories and deep insights into the events shaping society, hit the subscribe button now. Our channel is committed to delivering compelling, authentic, and meaningful content. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you in the next one.